a little light. It's going to be really bright very quickly. Good morning. Well, I did not spend the night in the Walmart parking lot. Found out before it happened that particular Walmart, because of the city ordinance in Columbus, does not allow overnight parking. However, I did see a couple of semis sitting in the outer parking lot, and there was a security guard. I was reading online that there's a Pilot gas station that allows overnight parking, but when I got there, the security guard was trolling, and I'm like, what the? And he said if I was a passenger vehicle, then I could only park for an hour. If I was a company vehicle, then I could park all night. Okay, I'm a company vehicle? And he's like, I don't think so. I knew that there was a Cracker Barrel. I looked on overlander.com last night. There's a Cracker Barrel, which is where I am right now, that allows overnight parking. Go with. Came here last night, watched a little Star Trek, then bedded down for the night. That was about 1 a.m. last night. Slept through the night, not a knock. As a van lifer, you always dread the knock. What's the knock? It's police knocking on your door to tell you to move along. That was my night. How was yours? I have 700 miles to do between here and Boston today. Now, I've been seeing this for the last couple of miles. Look at this. This is somewhere in Pennsylvania. I have no idea where the hell I am at this point, but this is Pennsylvania. I have no idea where the hell I am. Actually, no, I do. It's State Park, Pennsylvania. I'm about 140 miles from my destination for the night. Now, mind you, I could actually stay here right where I am because there is a Cracker Barrel right over there. And it is 5 o'clock, and it is that time when I do eat. So, but I'm still gonna have to traverse that distance tomorrow. So no matter what happens, I still have to go the distance. So I've got another 140 miles. My goal was 440 miles today. Not much to update. The van is, fingers crossed, still running. Just broke a thing on my windshield wiper, which I'm not all that thrilled with, but hopefully I won't need them. So, and if I do, then I'm gonna have to stop and get some. I have to stop and change my windshield wiper thingy. It's not one thing, it's another, but at least this one's fixable and it's not going to cost $1,500. I know for you folks this is you're just watching me go through this, and it's not your life, it's mine. I'm just having serious doubts about my choices right now. I have all these stories I want to tell, and I need to be in certain places to do them, to talk about them, and that means driving. I suppose I could get on a plane and rent a car and do all that. That sort of takes all the air out of the sail, as it were. So there's no way to do this project without doing what I'm doing. Like, for instance, my next mile story, which I was about to abandon because of the timing involved. And I realize now that I actually cannot abandon that story. I actually have to go do it. So my next mile story will be my naming day story. How did I become Miles? That's a question that a few of you have asked. How did I become Miles? How and why? Well, that requires me being in a very specific place to tell that story. Now, mind you, I could tell that story anywhere. However, there's a piece of that story that I absolutely want to show you. And in order to do that, I actually need to be in a very specific place. So I was going to abandon that, but unfortunately, I just realized this morning that I can't abandon it because I'm not coming back to the East Coast for a long while. And yeah, not. So I need to be actually 10 miles outside of Boston in order to do that story, in order to shoot it. So, reason number 4 of why I'm going to Boston. Reason number 1, get my shit out of storage. Reason number 2 is to see Paul and Rachel and to answer a few of their questions. Hi, Paul. Hi, Rachel. Reason number 3 is to see someone very specific and to pay my respects, as it were. A friend passed away from COVID a few months back, and I wasn't able to go to their funeral, obviously, because I was in Texas when that happened. So I'm going to go pay my respects. And reason number 4 of why I'm going to Boston, you're going to think this is really silly. And it is. It's very, 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 very silly. But when I was living in Boston up until about 3 years ago, right at the foot of where I was living, the street right at the foot of where I was living, there's a brisket store, and that's all they sold is brisket. And they're a family-owned business. They've been in business for 50 years, and they're still in business through COVID. So I've been jonesing for their brisket, basically. So guess what? Mr. Miles is going to go get some brisket. I don't have money for brisket, but I'm going to go get some brisket anyways. So there you go. That is today's update, kiddies. Thanks a bunch for watching. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your financial support. And I look forward to seeing you somewhere on the road very, very soon, assuming that the van holds up. Talk to you later, kiddies.